Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Wednesday, March 20th, 2024. This is another entry in my daily vlog, my morning stand-up ritual. I'm reporting on what I've been doing and what I'm doing next and the results of said activities on my endeavor to try to make content creation sustainable in the long term. So let's start with yesterday. So first of all, yesterday was podcast editing day. And I think we had more than 24 people, 26 or 27, I think the report said, showed up throughout the different times of the stream. Once again, I had a great time, very productive, got the entire show edited in about 2 hours and 15 minutes, and got it uploaded today. I just have a little tagging left to do to get that wrapped up, and it'll be ready to publish on Thursday. Also later in the day, I prepared the next episode, which we already recorded because we record 2 at a time. And I got one ready and laid out on the timeline, ready to start editing for next week. So ahead of the game on that, and just waiting. Mo has to create some show notes and some stuff, and I'll attach that all together and get it ready to publish. You'll remember all the way back at the beginning of the week, I had planned we have a new product arriving Tuesday. Maybe, was it Tuesday? Maybe it was Monday. Maybe it was, it keeps rolling around, and so it hasn't gotten here yet. It was supposed to be here Monday the 19th, 18th, 19th, whatever it was, by the end of day, and then it didn't show up, and then when it didn't show up, they just took the date off of it. Well, now at least it says it's cleared customs, so it's coming, but that was the video I had planned for midweek for release today, so I'm behind the 8 ball. Fortunately, something's come up, so still waiting on that product. It'll probably push in the next week. That's fine, got to be agile. Also yesterday I did a little bit of writing and mostly some script tuning for the sponsored video. That's probably going to come early next month. I'd expect I'll be ready to produce that. And then in the afternoon, I wish I did more of these or had more reasons to. I did one of those impromptu vertical live streams. Now, if you remember, it's basically like the shorts or reels, the vertical layout, but it's alive, and I'll be live for a couple hours if you want. It's a way that you can expose yourself to that sounds weird, expose your channel to other people that normally wouldn't find you, because now a live stream can show up in reels. And all I was doing was, I'm starting to think about, I have a little project I want to do, let's content it, let's make it content. And so now I'm able to turn that into, hey, I'm gonna do some work on, I put some stickers on a keyboard, is literally what I was doing. New keycaps, Atari keycaps on an old USB keyboard. And I was live for about an hour, and got a few subscribers out of it, got a couple donations out of it. It's cool. It makes an afternoon fun, and I got that done. It wasn't something I planned, but it was something like, here's the thing I want to do. It actually contributes to the 400 mini review that I'm working on, so it's productive and it's content. So I did that too. Okay, let's talk about stats. I had this artificial metric, 10,000 views, 50 subscribers on average over the last 7 days. We've been waffling around it. Again, we're straddling the line. Views are just above 11,700 views on average over the last 7 days. That's fine. Subscribers are up a tick, 42 average, not 50 over the last 7 days. That's fine. That being said, no new milestone today. We're about 25 short of the next milestone, which will be 46.8. We're about 225 short of 47,000 subscribers that we hope to reach by the end of the month. It's getting tenuous because some days are 40 or 50, some days are 20 or 30. At 50 a day, you can kind of scope out how that's coming. And I should point out, that's just a number. It's just kind of it's a fun metric milestone to hit. Hitting a number doesn't do anything for you, right? It's just kind of like all right, over that next hump kind of thing. It's kind of like the days of the week, like, oh, I made it to Friday, it's like I made it to the next 1,000. You still go back to work on Monday. It's nice to hit Friday, right? You know what I mean? Kind of a sore subject since I'm saying this on Wednesday, but you get it. Let's talk about today then. So a few things lined up. I still haven't gotten around to making that pod promo for YouTube videos. It's produced in my head, but I just need to decide when I want to do it. Being short of that product this week, an editorial update potential has rolled around last night. Some friends on Discord were posting some images, and I traced it back to the source, and it's a follow-up on an editorial I did last week or week before last. Didn't expect it to hit so quickly, so I want to talk about it, even if it's a short video, but The reason I do editorials, if you've not been here to hear me talk about it, is not because there's news, but because there's news about which I have an opinion or point of view that I would like to share or get out there. So just because somebody said, blah, 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 I'm not going to go, well, time to read this. It's not a time to make the donut situation. It's I read the news and go, well, did everyone notice this? I want to talk about this. So that's why I do these, and I'm going to do this one today for that very reason, because I saw it and I'm like, oh, wow, that's cool. And I think people will think the same. So obviously won't be doing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is what this thing is I'm waiting for coming from the UK. Won't be doing that today, again, probably next week. And then this evening, 1980s Now, live at 7 p.m. Eastern on Facebook and YouTube. That's going to wrap up my day. And something to look forward to tomorrow. You know that I'm an empty nester. Through the course of this, I became an empty nester. My daughter finally moved out, and she lives a couple hours away. We're going to see a movie tomorrow night. We're driving and meeting in the middle, about an hour and a half apart, to see this new film, the horror film. We're horror nuts, and so. New film comes out, we're going to drive together and do that. So that's my late night tomorrow night. So I might have to knock off about an hour early tomorrow, but I think I'll check with the boss and see what he says. I think he'll agree that it's a good idea, good use of my time. So that's a fun thing for tomorrow. Have I covered all of the things? I think I've covered all the things. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead then and get after today's efforts. You'll see how well I did, whether or not that video gets published on the main channel today. Thank you so much for being here to check out today's vlog, if in fact you did. And you know that if you're here every day, I love you for your tenacity and being here and just continuing to help make my progress and my process more enjoyable because you're here every morning. Have a great Wednesday. Please remember to do something good for yourself if you can, and I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.